Are there races of very human-looking extraterrestrials living in secret underground and underwater bases across the globe? Watch and decide for yourself. The following account is the story of friendship, the W56. The story takes place in Pescara, Italy, when three friends come to possess the map of an old castle close to where they lived. The three friends, Giancarlo, Julio, and Bruno Sammaticcia, visit the location several times. One evening as they explored the location, they met two men. One was roughly 3.3 feet tall, and the other about 8 feet tall. The two men, who spoke perfect Italian, claimed to be extraterrestrials. On a side note, if you find it far-fetched that aliens were speaking perfect Italian, remember the famous Indian Squanto, who managed to learn English prior to introducing himself to the pilgrims. Sammaticcia, who was regarded as somewhat of a leader by the human contactees, referred to the aliens as the W56 because their first meeting with the two aliens occurred in 1956. The W56, who called themselves the Acri, were not just one race, but were several races of humanoids from this galaxy and others nearby. Their concept of names was different from ours, so the humans gave them Earth names, in Italian of course. The Acri would come to refer to their newfound relationship with the contactees with a word that translates into English simply as friendship. An interesting thing to note is that the word Acri seems to have derivatives in several ancient languages. In Sanskrit, the word Acri is a plural noun which means sages. A phonetically similar word in Egyptian means the wise people. In classical Greek, the word translates into people in high places, while in classical Arabic, it translates as group of friends. Over the next few months, the three friends would be introduced to many other humanoids living in these secret bases. They would also bring several other humans into the friendship group. The aliens, who claimed to have been on Earth for thousands of years, had an extensive knowledge of Earth's history, philosophies, and religions. They also expressed a deep concern for the future of our species and for our planet as a whole. They explained that this is a very critical moment in our history as our atomic weapons are capable of destroying the planet in a matter of minutes. Their stated purpose on Earth was to do whatever they could to prevent us from destroying ourselves, to spiritually enrich us, and to protect us from a hostile alien race Bruno dubbed as the CTRs, for contraries. The CTRs were the antithesis of everything the W56 stood for. The CTRs were science worshippers, materialistic, and without scruples, whereas everything the ethical Acri did was governed by love and mutual respect. They went on to say that if the Friendship Alliance ever fell apart, that the CTRs could destroy their bases. It seemed, ironically, that the highly advanced W56 needed us. As the relationship between man and alien grew, they began to request industrial quantities of fruit, minerals, metals, and barium nitrate. Their request for barium nitrate was particularly peculiar to the humans of Friendship, as it was not used for anything by humans in the 1950s. One of the humans involved in Friendship believed that the true reason for their asking goods from the humans was not because they could not obtain these items themselves, but rather that our showing of good faith by providing these items served to strengthen the cohesion of our relationship with them. Evidence to back the claims of those involved in friendship include the numerous photographs and video clips taken, such as the ones you see now. Keep in mind that when this was filmed in the 1950s, there was no such thing as CGI, and high-quality forgeries were extremely difficult to produce. In a bit, you'll see the UFO flying over the other side of the tree line as the camera. This can effectively rule out the possibility that a model was used to create the film. The footage has been analyzed by numerous experts, and none of them have been able to find any evidence that the photos and video clips are hoaxes. These photos, as well as an account of the friendship case, were published in a book entitled Mass Contacts by Stefano Breccia, who was a good friend of Sammachichia and was involved in friendship himself. Breccia, Sammachichia, and several others claim to have been on board the W56 saucers. These photos, according to Breccia, are of the interior of the craft.
Hey everyone, Drew here from Mad Cat Mysteries, and I hope you enjoyed the video you just watched. If you did, you can click on the subscribe button below. I'd appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.